Hi everybody, welcome to part 4 of converting from traditional window cleaning to water-fed pole. I'm going to discuss briefly about what sort of system you should choose and why. Of course there's different ideas about this and you'll have your own opinions, but this is the way I went. This is the route I took anyway, for what it's worth. Now the simplest way to get into water-fed pole, if you look at my other videos, you'll see about the TDS meter and the water purification system. That's the DI that I use. In a hard water area though, you're going to have to use a different method. That's a row system. If you look that up, you can find out all about it. Now the cheapest and easiest way to get into water fed systems wise is to get one of these backpacks. Not necessarily the same type as this, but this one's a window cleaning warehouse one, and it was pretty cheap. It's lashed onto a shopping trolley, simple as that. As I've shown before, this one actually lifts up. The handle lifts up there. It's nice and compact and easy. I've modified a little bit, put a Schrader connector on there. They're really good connectors, they're absolutely brilliant. I now use this as my backup system. It was really well, but of course you're going to have to pour your water in the top of this. You can see that just unscrews, and you pour the water from your barrels, there's a barrel, into one of these. It will take about 16, 18 litres, something like that. You can get slightly bigger ones and the slightly smaller ones. Now I just use it for the tops only, and in fact I still work tops only, top windows, water-fed pole, and then do the bottom ones traditionally. Now this, I really still like this backpack, but I just use it as a standby now in case my other system breaks down. So there you go. So if you want to get into water-fed pole, it's one quick and easy way. I'll be going on to poles, etc. later on. Now, if you don't fancy that backpack method, of course you have to pour the barrels in. Another method is to go for the trolley system. Now this is a prototype one that I actually manufacture in conjunction with somebody else, with D&D Systems. I've been using this every working day, and it's rugged. And with this system you just put a barrel on like this, just strap it on with a bungee, and you put the pipe in and it just pumps the water through the pump and out through the hose. Again with the Schrader connectors. Got a Schrader connector there that connects the hose to the actual pole, and that goes all the way up to an aquadapter there, which is a brilliant sort of trigger. We'll be talking about triggers, etc. in another video. So that's the pole. There's different types of pole. We talk about poles and all sorts of things, but we're sticking to trolleys now. The thing about a trolley system is you can actually use it as a van mount. Now all a van mount is like a, you can imagine this barrel here. It's just a giant barrel in the back of a van. But of course you've got to be careful with your weights, and if you haven't got a van, what are you going to do? So you've got to watch the weights, because if you don't, you can get done by the police for being overweight. And of course usually the tank's got to be baffled so that the water doesn't slosh from side to side, making the vehicle unstable. The thing about this trolley is it's got an on-off switch here. You can hear it going. Inside, that's all it looks like. There's a 12-volt battery there and the pump. It's a really good system for being very, very reliable. It's got enough capacity pumping wise, pumps the water out at a nice rate, and I haven't got a controller on that at all. It just pumps as fast as it can, and it's about 3 litres a minute, thereabouts. Now on this one I've actually put a hose reel on, which actually is absolutely brilliant. And it's got about 20 metres of pipe on here, pole hose as we call it, all the way to the pole. And what you can actually do, because it's got a hose reel, is leave the trolley at the front of the property and just reel this out to the back. And that's another really great advantage. And then clean the windows. That's a really good advantage to have a hose reel. But of course there's none for sale that I can see, miniature hose reels like that. I've made this one up myself, and I'm racking my brains to try and find an easy method of doing it, but it actually took me weeks to figure this one out. You can use a larger hose reel, of course, and what a lot of people don't realise is that you can actually use one of these trolley systems as a van mount. All you do is just leave this trolley strapped inside of your van, and with a larger hose reel you can just reel out and clean the windows from the trolley. Of course it depends how much work you got, etc. It might not be meaty man enough to do the job, but for most things it still works a treat. This is like commercial, etc. I would actually go for the big system, the van mount system. Now this is my prototype, as I said, but I use it every working day. And this is the one that's actually for sale by D&D Systems. Nice shiny new one, as you can see. And that works a treat as well. So it depends on what you want, which way you want to go. One of these trolleys will cost you about 300 quid, but then you'll need all the rest of the gear to go with it, of course. But all in all it won't come to that much, and it's a much safer system than using ladders, of course. I would never go back to ladders. Now I'm used to it. I've been doing this water fed for quite a while now. I've got used to it, and I can thoroughly recommend it. It's absolutely superb. So it's a choice whether you have a van mount or a trolley system. I only use about 4 or 5 barrels in a whole day's work. Of course you might have an absolutely massive round, but a suggestion might be that if you did go for a trolley system, don't convert your whole round all at once. Do it gradually. But that's for another video. We'll come to that in another video. Something else we can actually discuss on the actual methods of changing over from traditional window cleaning to water fed. It's not necessarily as hard as you think. You could have a few choice houses. The way I did it was do some with lead, houses with lead all over the windows, and that way you might want to lose them anyway. If they don't accept the water fed pole, then it doesn't really matter. And the thing is, you can practice on those, but of course you can practice on your own windows first, get your technique right. But that's for another video. But for now, that's the job done.